I'd like to make a quick video to address some questions I'm getting about screen sizing and fitting into different vehicles. This particular screen is a 12 by 5. We're in a G35 test car right now. This graphic is not meant for this car. I'm just doing a test, so please excuse that you're getting cut off in the corners here. But to make my point, it's impossible for me to have a template or a bezel for every vehicle year, and every different screen size that is available with this system. So we got 7-inch, 10-inch, and 12-inch, which is this screen. Just for one vehicle, I'd have to have 3 different bezels, and that's for one model year. And then consider any changes in model year with the size of the dash or the trim or the shape. So what I do is I can suggest a shop that works with either carbon fiber, fiberglass, aluminum, whatever is necessary to fill in the gaps. Sometimes there's a gap around the top or sides of the screen depending on the vehicle. If you're lucky enough, the screen is large and it goes in behind the dash pod, and what you get is the effect is an OEM effect. It looks like a curved screen, and that looks really nice because it looks more factory. I've been asked questions about can I get curved screens or custom made shapes to fill in the gaps and fit certain steering columns, and the answer is no. To make a custom screen, a one-off or a prototype or whatever, is $500,000 US. So let me repeat that. $500,000 US, because the way the pixels work on the screen is like an XY. And as soon as you get into a curved screen, you need a driver for every line and every horizontal and vertical line. With a square or rectangular screen, you just need a driver on the X and a driver on the Y, and then you do an XY coordinate and you can turn on a certain pixel. When you get into curved screens, all that changes. It's very expensive. So no, you cannot get a custom made curved screen. What a lot of manufacturers do is they get, like I said, a screen that's slightly larger than the dash pod, and then you get the layover on top and it looks like a curved screen. And that's the most inexpensive, and it looks great. I wish I could show you this more in detail, but the lighting is pretty bad in here. And that's how it essentially goes. So this is a dual screen setup, and the beauty of this is that you can control certain features from here to the main screen. Like for instance, I can change my settings for speed from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. You can open status pages here to check for troubleshooting on the inputs and stuff like that. I can change the gauges here if I want a different setup. I can have my car showing with the gauges. And let's say screen mode. If I want to go to sport, then over here I can show an accelerometer as an option. Okay, so that can happen with Android. I get a lot of questions too. Why don't I move to Android? Android doesn't support dual screen. The loading time and the processing power would not allow for a lot of these options. So like for engine start, I wouldn't be able to do that with an Android system, and I wouldn't be able to control 2 separate screens. You can also, with this, I can control outputs, fan on, fan off, and options for turning on, let's say, pumps and that sort of thing. So that's the beauty of having this setup over at Android. And the last question I'll address here is two questions. You can have standard graphics, which come with the system, or you can develop custom graphics as well as an option. Screen sizes for the console are 7, 10, and 12 inch. And I'll just say it again for the dash, 7, 10, and 12 inch as well. I can also get any custom size screen for the dash or the console. So if you have a special application, you can get in a different size screen. Okay. Yes, you can do 3 screens as well, but then you need an additional video driver to drive the third screen. Some people are asking if they can put a screen on the passenger side or run dual screen across the dash and one down in the console area. That is possible. That also requires an upgraded computer to handle the video processing. So, the sky's the limit, I guess. Depends on your budget. But that's pretty much all the questions I've been getting lately. So I appreciate everyone inquiring, and I hope that answers all your questions. So let me know if there's anything I can answer in addition to this now that you've seen the video. Just write me, email, or give me a call. You have my number. Thanks.